Recently, I've been reading a couple of articles dedicated to the plight of ethnic minorities in Hong Kong and being pigeonholed in this shoebox called an ethnic minority. I am one because I was born in Sri Lanka when it was known as Ceylon, so I'm an ethnic minority, which frankly, I think in 2025, we should remove this term ethnic minority because I find it demeaning. In Hong Kong, I'm an ethnic minority. It's demeaning. Anyway, if this is how it's going to be, this is how it's going to be. We're all individuals. The point is that in the ethnic minority society, there are different levels of people who are ethnic minorities. Let's face it, it's like Hong Kong itself. There's a wealth gap. You got the very rich ethnic minorities, you got the very poor ethnic minorities, and there's no middle class, or very little middle class. My point is that somehow, and I think it has to start with the government, and it's not the government giving a Sikh policeman a Sikh an opportunity to be a police officer, etc. When I came to Hong Kong, the only Sikhs I saw with a job was the doorman at the Mandarin, the doorman at the Furama, or maybe some security guards. So we are stereotyping ethnic minorities. So, if you've got a fancy Indian surname, for instance, you're considered in the upper echelon of the ethnic minority. But if you're down there, what are your job opportunities? You know, work for a delivery service, uh, be a cook, open an Indian restaurant. I mean, it's. If I wanted to laugh about it, it's like a Peter Sellers movie. All right, I'm an ethnic minority, having born in Sri Lanka, but I don't just eat curry. I don't just eat papadums. I don't say, "Oh, what are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow?" I speak pretty damn well. I'm a KG5 boy. We've had ethnic minorities in Hong Kong who've done extremely well for themselves in Hong Kong. And these should be success stories, but don't keep talking about chunking mansions. Not all ethnic minorities live in chunking mansions. Not all ethnic minorities are on that poverty line. But we need to close in many respects. We need to close this wealth gap that's getting wider and wider and wider between the very rich and the very poor. What makes this kind of ironic for me to be even talking about ethnic minorities and fighting for ethnic minorities is something that maybe some of you don't know. I won with my team when I was at DDB. I created a Right of Abode campaign because ethnic minorities didn't have anywhere to go. I couldn't go back to Sri Lanka. I wanted to stay in Hong Kong. I could have stayed in Hong Kong because I was married to an American, but then I'd have to have an American passport, which I didn't want, thank God. So I had to then get all the necessary papers, etc., for me to get the right of abode in Hong Kong, because that's what was necessary. But before that, I created this campaign called the Right of Abode, and it won. It won for Hong Kong, right? Little Hong Kong wins the the Right of Abode award at the London Advertising Awards. How many have done that? And it was an ethnic minority, me, that did it. That's something that should be in the Hong Kong history books. And it's part of why I'm so pissed off that we're still in this shoebox or sandals of being an ethnic minority.